So we know everybody was excited to see the Hasan Minhaj special, The King's Jester, mostly because every celebrity of any form of South Asian descent was basically at this viewing party, and they were all posting from it. We saw our favorite Maitreyi Ramakrishnan. We saw the Never Have I Ever cast, the entirety of it. We saw the cast of Definition Please. I mean, we follow everybody, and they actually, a shout out to us, follow us, which you should follow us too, on at Daisy's Livegram on Instagram, or at Daisy's Live on Twitter, or at Daisy's Live on Facebook. But all of these celebrities
and TikTok.
And TikTok. We are actually on TikTok too. We are Daisy's.live on TikTok. So feel free to follow us, keep up with all of our great content, which you, if you already don't, why don't you? Now that I'm done intimidating you, we did get a chance to catch up with these celebrities and check in on them. And it seems like everybody was excited for this drop. So what was it really about? If anyone has seen the Patriot Act, which is Hasan Minhaj's standing show, all about, I guess, I want to say, the most controversial topics available to mankind told in the version of comedy. So he took it a step further, created this show, this Netflix special, The King's Jester. And honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about it. I know some people believe that he's really not that funny, but I thought it was hilarious. It was basically a take on some old stories, like behind the scenes clips of how the Patriot Act was made, some personal stories, like how him and his wife were trying to get pregnant, some basically like really, really brave topics about things like FBI agents and mosques. And of course, we even touched on some very, very touchy subjects of jobs. And I know, especially after that big controversy that happened with him talking about MDs and DOs and comparing the two of them, that's probably his biggest, that was probably his like biggest flop moment in his career. But this great reviews, is funny. It's definitely a sit down like comedy special that you should watch with the whole family. That being said, by whole family, I mean no kids under the age of 16. I'm hoping that you and your parents do thoroughly enjoy this take on the world. He's really not afraid to just take these topics and call people out, like the things that we're all thinking, but we know, or like, that's not politically correct to say. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He just goes ahead and talks about it. And I think it's refreshing.
You have to say something about Hasan Minhaj, and that's because probably Hasan Minhaj started his career, his celebrity career, with Jon Stewart. And I think Hasan Minhaj is just a shoot off from that alumni class of Jon Stewart that Trevor Noah belonged to as well, and so did he. And I think he's unafraid to call it whatever it is, and he really doesn't care. And it came through how his family suffered because of the trolling and because of the threats that he got, and how he's actually put his life in danger just because he felt that this was something he had to do. He actually did visit the Saudi embassy around the same time that Jamal Khashoggi got murdered in a Saudi embassy. So from that perspective, I think he's been brave. He's taken on Modi. He's called the biggest political leaders and social leaders around the world out on their duplicity or their hypocrisy, and he hasn't been afraid of it. And then you realize that what cost it has. He's paid the cost of it by putting his family, his children in danger, and even with that, he's unafraid, and you have nothing but admiration for the guy, because he's just such a honest person towards his craft. He makes jokes which land really well. And he, as you know, as he calls himself a PowerPoint comedian, he's structured, and he's unafraid of going and calling out people. He's so unafraid that I stop but have admiration for him.
We love to hear that. We love to hear that. And obviously, if you guys haven't seen it, this is now streaming on Netflix. We have nothing but great things to say about it. Please go ahead and watch it.